Hello everyone. Welcome back to Bloom and Nourish. Today, we're talking about an important topic that many people might not think about much: why some elderly individuals decide to live on their own. This is a choice that can bring joy and independence, and it's a decision that deserves our attention. Before we start, I want to encourage you to like this video if you find it helpful. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content and sharing important life lessons. If you're new here, we'd love for you to subscribe and click the bell icon so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Your feedback matters a lot to us. If you enjoy this video, please comment with 1, and if you think there's room for improvement, comment 0. This way, we can continue to make our discussions better. Now, let's dive into our topic. Why is it that many seniors find happiness and fulfillment in living alone? Let's explore this deeper, and we'll discover the real meaning behind their choices. As we grow older, the question of whether to lean on our children for support becomes very important. Many people think that asking for help from family isn't a shameful thing. In fact, it shows that we are in a different stage of life. It's not uncommon for older adults to feel proud when they can take care of themselves and not be a burden to their children. They often see their ability to live independently as a sign of success and strength, which is a really positive belief. However, depending too much on our children can sometimes lead to problems. Let's take a look at a remarkable story of a woman named Ms. Lon. She is 75 years old and faced a serious illness 2 years ago. This experience changed her perspective on aging and made her reconsider how she wanted to live her life in the future. Even though she had a loving family, Ms. Lon realized that depending on her children might not be the best option for her happiness. Ms. Lon had always enjoyed a joyful life with her husband, and together they raised 3 successful children. After her husband passed away unexpectedly, she found herself feeling very lonely. Even though her children were living successful lives, she often felt isolated in her home, worrying about how she would manage in the years ahead without him. After her serious illness, Ms. Lon learned that she needed to take charge of her own life. She understood that relying completely on her children wouldn't guarantee her happiness or security. Instead of following their advice to hire help and spend her money on things like travel or shopping, Ms. Lon realized that those choices didn't align with what she truly wanted for her life. Her children offered to take her in, suggesting she stay at each of their homes for a while. At first, this might sound like a good idea, but Ms. Lon soon discovered that living with her children wasn't as comforting as it seemed. Instead of feeling loved and welcomed, it often felt more like being a guest in their houses. As time passed, Ms. Lon noticed that her children treated her more like a burden than a cherished family member. She found herself feeling uncomfortable, navigating subtle expectations and pressures. For instance, if she stayed with her older son, everyone in the household had certain tasks they expected her to handle. Instead of enjoying happy family time, she faced complaints about her living situation. In the beginning, her son helped her with some financial support, but soon he started to resent her pension, claiming it was too much. This made Ms. Lon feel inadequate, and she tried to give more, hoping to keep peace within the family. Unfortunately, her generosity didn't bring the outcome she hoped for. Her children began to take more from her than she could afford. Understanding what it's like to rely on others, Ms. Lon bravely made a decision to prioritize her own happiness. After a serious stroke, she knew she needed to change her life. Instead of continuing to live under the same roof as her children, who, over time, started to act frustrated with her condition, she decided to move back to her hometown. She hired help and focused on her own recovery and happiness. By taking control of her life, Ms. Lon found several valuable lessons about aging. 1. Health comes first. Good health should be a priority throughout life. When you take care of yourself, it allows you to enjoy your golden years. 2. Financial independence. Having your own savings and pension is crucial. Instead of leaning solely on your children, having your own resources lets you enjoy life on your terms. 3. Protect your assets. It's wise to keep your property and money for yourself, rather than giving it all to your children. This ensures you have enough to support yourself in later years. 4. Focus on your happiness. Rather than working tirelessly for your children, it's important to relax and enjoy life. Travel, pursue hobbies, and do what makes you happy. 5. Be self-reliant. Building a life that you control leads to a more meaningful and fulfilling existence. Relying on yourself rather than your children can cultivate a sense of purpose. These lessons empowered Ms. Lon to live a fulfilling life on her own terms. By embracing independence, she not only found joy in her own life, but she also improved her relationship with her children. Living independently allowed her to feel keenly alive rather than being defined by her role as a mother or the dependence of her children. As we reflect on Ms. Lon's journey, we see that every senior deserves the chance to be themselves and live in a way that brings them joy. By preparing for our future thoughtfully, we can create lives that celebrate our independence, fostering respect and love from our families. Thank you for being part of this important conversation today. If you found Ms. Lon's story and the points we've discussed valuable, please let us know in the comments below. Your thoughts and engagement mean the world to us. Until our next discussion, take care and remember that a fulfilling life is built on choices that reflect who you truly are.